Is poop a pain in your grass? Call Mr. Pooper Scooper, a professional dog waste business. They pick up and haul away all waste and will also disinfect cement and decks where the waste was removed. All waste is then turned into renewable energy. For cleaner yards and happier pets, go to mrpooperscooper.ca.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast. Today we are very pleased to welcome a local legend, Konnor Smith, 97th overall draft pick by the Anaheim Ducks in 2023. OHL champion and professional player, 9 games under his belt as a San Diego Gull. Welcome to the show, Konnor Smith. Konnor, how's it going, buddy?
It's going great. I just want to say thanks for having me out here. It's an honor to be a part of this podcast and get it going.
First of all, you don't have your head down when this guy's on the ice either, because the first thing I did, because he had, said something, he's like, hey, and I'm like, great grab, right? So first thing I do, I'm like, I go on the internet, I start looking up highlights, everything's hit, fight, fight. I'm like, my type of guy. So, man, first of all, let's start young. Where did you play? What just made you fall in love with the game?
Yeah, I was born into a Maple Leafs family. My parents are Maple Leafs fans, and I know I might get some slack for that. But it's pretty 50-50 in Windsor. But no, they put me on the ice at 3 years old, I believe, and that's when I started to skate and I guess fall in love with the game of hockey. And we'd always go down to, I think it's Charles Clark Square downtown.
Okay, yeah.
And my dad would put me on the ice and take a few steps and fall. He'd always pick me up, do it again, and it was probably the 10th time I fell. I yelled at him actually. I was like, "Oh, I'm doing it myself. Don't grab me."
Yeah.
And after that, he never helped me up, and he's been one of my biggest supporters since day one, and then started playing at 4 years old, so pretty young.
Love it.
Yeah.
So, as it pertains to young hockey, were you always one of the bigger kids on the ice? Because obviously now you're 6'6", so you're a large man. But growing up, was your size always something that was a part of your game?
Yeah, it was definitely a part of my game. Growing up, I never really had a big growth spurt. It was always just consistent growth.
Yeah.
But no, it was right around, I think I was maybe 12 years old, and me and my dad had a chat, and he was asking if I was serious about hockey, and you get to that age around 13 years old when you kind of make that decision if it's something you want to do, and it was what I wanted to do, and I wasn't the best player by any means. I was always just that quiet kid on the team, and I didn't use my size to my advantage at that time. I was the big kid who can't skate, the big kid who's soft, and then started working out with my first trainer. His name's Mahari Hagos, and he was great. He took me under his wing at 13 years old, and still that more the mindset part of the game and stuff like that. And then obviously the off ice, but learned how to stick up for myself. Started taking boxing at 13 years old, and So it's a great journey so far, and I couldn't ask for anything better.
What made you want to play defense, though? Was that just kind of spot you just liked, or you're just kind of
So I used to be a forward.
Okay.
There we go. I think it was my first year at AAA, however old that is, maybe 12 years old or 11 years old. But I was a forward, and my coach at the end of the year was like, "Oh, Smitty, I want you to try D." I'm like, okay. Tried D-man, and I think it was the last 3 games of the season. I enjoyed it. And then the next year he's like, "Oh, I want you to try out as a D-man." Tried out as a D-man, made the team, and ever since then I've been a D-man. So
hilarious.
So I wanted to ask, when did you start to realize, as you're playing AAA, hey, hockey might not just be something that winds up being done during junior? When did that kind of dawn on you that, my size and skill put together, I could become something?
Yeah, I'd say right around that age of 13. I feel that's when most kids start to, realize if they can do something with the sport. And I didn't know how far I could take it, but I knew it was something I wanted to pursue and see what best I could make of it. And It was like in high school even, it was like if we were given a task and it's like, oh, like you choose your career, what you want to be, I would always be like, oh, a hockey player. And the amount of times I get told, like choose something else, be realistic. It's crazy. I'd probably be a millionaire by now. But yeah, no, it's there's always people who are gonna doubt you, but there's always somebody who has to become the guy, and like why not be that guy? So it was right around 13. I started to really take it seriously. Like I said, did boxing, and then because I was the big kid that couldn't skate, I started taking figure skating. Got tripped pretty hard for that, but looking back at it now, I wouldn't change a thing. And right around COVID, like first few weeks into COVID, I was drafted 9th round to Peterborough in the O, and that was my first like, wow, like this is my ticket to the dance.
We're doing this.
Rolling.
And usually 9th rounders aren't expected to make the team. But then throughout COVID, I really took that time to focus on my off ice, get bigger, get stronger. And then I went down to Nashville for a month when we were completely shut down here. We had close family friends down there, and everything was open. So they had no clue about hockey, but they're like, oh, we'll bring him in. And they used all their connections, got me skates and all that down there. And I think that was probably the biggest part of me going into training camp in Peterborough and ultimately signing. But that's kind of the journey leading up to the OHL.
Yeah. Now, how was it going into your first game in the O? Like, obviously you know where it was. So where was it, against who? Like, where at?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where.
Okay.
But no, it was going into my first training camp. I'll start there. I knew I had to make a statement.
Didn't you?
Yeah. So being like the 9th rounder, you got to make a name for yourself. You got to make it early in camp. So went in there, and me and him are best buddies now. But Don McCoy, he was like the first round of the team, and we were on opposite teams, same age group, same draft class, and he carried the puck down like end to end, made a shot, and I hit him a little bit late, but it was a big hit, and nobody
no one came over
at
yet.
me, and I was expecting maybe I had to answer the bell, and then made it to like the maroon and white game, which was like after like the first 2 cuts, and that was like the game that kind of solidified if you made the team or not. And there was a returning player who was getting a pass, kind of a suicide pass, and I just stepped up and laid the body. His helmet popped off. And the trainer on the bench actually like caught the helmet midair. It was crazy. But after that, I felt great. Had a few other hits, making good plays, good exits in the D zone. After that night, they asked me like, oh, like, is your dad sticking around? And I was like, no, like, he's heading home tonight. He's got like work in the morning. And they're like, okay, like, we're gonna tell you in the morning, but like you're gonna be signing, and like we want your dad to be a part of it. So they're like, oh, come back here at like 9 p.m. and like we'll sign you to your contract. And that was just words can't even describe it, like how that felt. And then especially have my dad there to sign off on it because I was under 18 or whatever. But and then go in the preseason, which was crazy as well. And then because you can still sign and go down to junior B or tier 2 junior A. So I had a great preseason, and then made the opening night roster and stuck with it the rest of the year.
And then you were just always up, right? Like never went down.
There was unfortunately there was a few injuries, but on the back end, and that got me in early, and I was playing like 14 minutes a night as a 16-year-old, and after I think it was like 15 games, like the coaches came up to me and like said, like, hey Smitty, like you earned yourself like a full-time role this year, and like we don't know if you would have been like a full-time guy. You might have been like a scratch every now and then, but no, like with the way you've been playing, the opportunity, you took it and ran with it, and you solidified your spot as a full-time guy, and then I was never scratched in my first year, which was pretty cool. But
and then you leave there and you're like, yes, like we're in now. I love it, man.
Yeah, so. Never looked back, eh?
Yeah,
that's awesome. So you play a full year, you get your rookie season out of the way. Now your second year, what a wagon that team was. Talk about the experience. So for anyone wearing 2023 OHL champion, sitting to the right of me here, talk about that run all the way, to a Memorial Cup. Talk about the experience.
Yeah, I could talk about it all day. I remember like it's yesterday. But no, getting that first year under my belt, and with being like a late birthday, my draft year would have been like that first year, but being that late birthday, the second year was my draft year. So allowed me to get comfortable, and then obviously you want to get drafted, but my main goal in hockey is to win a championship. So
of course,
we knew we were pretty good going into that season, but like we were coming up to the not deadline, but like it was like maybe October, November, and like we were still like a team who was like it was either 50-50 or if you were selling or if you were going for it. And we went to Flint, and Flint being Flint, it's not the greatest city, but we were playing like sewer, which is like keep up with the ball, and one of our coaches comes by and he's like, everybody in the room now, and like he's like I don't care what we're doing, like get in the room now. So we all run into the room, like guys are worried, like like
what's going on?
That's what like we actually thought was there might be like a
active shooter,
active shooter, and like we're in the room, like the coaches aren't there, and like we're kind of like starting to
what's
talk
going
about, like, what's
on?
happening,
sketched
like,
out,
and then we're starting to look around, like figure out if like somebody's missing, like maybe something happened to somebody, and we couldn't figure out who was missing, but there was one guy that was missing, and it ended up being like Artem Guryev. He was our Russian import, and he wasn't an import. He came over at 13, but he was Russian, and like he wasn't in there. And then the coaches come in with like Guryev, and they're like, like we love Gurry, and like we want the best for him, and like we made a trade with the Flint Firebirds. And then, like 2 seconds later, Brendan Othman comes into it. And introduced himself to all of us. And we're like, wow, like, and they're like, oh, like Guryev just got traded to Flint. And Othman was suspended for 2 games, so he wasn't playing regardless. But Flint didn't find out until like after the game, so they weren't told that like just Brennan was
their whole team.
Yeah,
they just
Brennan was like suspended, so it didn't matter if he was at the rink or not.
Right.
And so like Guryev gets traded, then like on the ice, the boys start talking like with the other team, and like like
oh man,
we got Otter, like
and they're like,
and
what?
Like guys like what, and like we're like like we traded for Othman. And,
yeah,
like, guys found out like on Flint, like on the ice, like,
the
game. So it was kind of crazy. And then like Guryev came back on the bus with us, but like he was traded. It was weird, but no, he's a great kid. And then that's when we knew we were going for it.
You're gonna sniper
November,
like that.
and we got Othman, great player. And then come deadline, now it's like what's really gonna happen.
It's on, yeah.
And then Hamilton had a wagon the year before, and they had a few overagers who were up for grabs, and Gavin White and Avery Hayes ended up coming to our team, and then Owen Beck was the other big piece. We had a few like smaller pieces like Cam Govero, who ended up being a big asset in the playoffs, and we just built a great run, and then after the deadline, 8-game losing streak.
Come on.
Yeah. I do remember that. And people were kind of talking like, what's going on here with Peterborough? Like they bring in all these players, and even like Othman had a bit of a slow start with the team, and but everything picked up at the right time.
Yeah, it was like 8-game losing streak. Now we're talking like,
everybody's like, oh boy.
Like, and like after the deadline, you should be the best you are. And, so after those 8 games, we win like 2 games. We're like, we found our footing. We're on our way. 5-game losing streak. We're like, we can't get anything going. And then it was probably like the last month of the season, even last 2 weeks. That's when we like started to find our footing. But everyone says like you can't really like flip a switch in playoffs. That team, like we all knew like we had what it takes. It was just a matter of finding that fight, finding whatever it was, and that last, I'd say like 5 games before playoffs, we clicked instantly. Everyone was playing great together, and we walked into the playoffs. We played who was first? Sudbury. We swept them 4-0, but it was one of our tougher series because Sudbury's never fun to play against. And then after that, it was Ottawa, who was another wagon. Beat them in 6, and then our biggest test, in my opinion, was North Bay.
Yeah.
And we were tied 2-2. Then we were in North Bay, and we lost like 7-2 or like 8-2.
Pumped.
We got pumped.
Yeah.
And, like, that was for them to go up 3-2, and now most teams would panic, and you hit the panic button.
Right.
But we went back home. We reset, and it was game 6 at the PMC in Peterborough, and our GM was like, we're parking the bus right up front, like right on Lansdowne, which is like the main street.
Oh boy.
And they're like, oh, like everyone bring your bags, like we're going to North Bay tomorrow. So it was game 6 was on a Monday, game 7 was on a Tuesday, so it was like back to back.
Yeah.
And then we won in overtime. Get on the bus right away. North Bay heads all the way back to North Bay. We stay in Huntsville, which was like halfway.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what won it for us. Was we got to bed at like kind of a reasonable hour. I think it was like 1:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like another 2.5 hours to go back to the North Bay. So I got home at like 3:34, and like we were already in bed for 2 hours. And we wake up, team meal, went for a team walk in Huntsville, and then we bust like the extra 2 hours, whatever it was. And then I think we won 3-2, or it wasn't overtime, but it was a tight game in North Bay.
Man.
But like I said, Cam Govero, he was a piece that came in, and we were losing that series, and unfortunately put a guy out on the other team. He got a suspension, but he was a big part in us winning that series, and then going into London.
London.
Yeah. I mean, every guy who plays in the league that's not for London knows it's
their barns are like always packed and loud and rowdy, like
But everyone knows it's everybody versus London. It's 19 teams versus 1 come playoffs. So played them, lost game 1, but didn't panic at all. And then took them in game 6, and then leads the Memorial Cup. And unfortunately, we couldn't get it done there. Lost in the semifinal, but great experience all around. And then, like I said, like leading into my draft, like going that far, it was the best thing for me. So
of course, more exposure, right? More eyes on you through the playoffs. And one thing I note about that playoff run was goaltending. You know, Mike Simpson, having him all through the playoffs. He must have loved having you in front of him. Do you Mike have a good relationship with Michael?
Yeah, Mike's great.
Yeah,
great goalie. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to do it without him. So,
of course.
No, it was awesome, and me and him have like a little inside joke. There's probably a dozen pictures of me in his crease.
Okay.
He's pretty good in my crease. I always got like 1 foot in his crease, but he's a great guy. So
that's awesome. Yeah, and that finals match was a goaltending battle.
Brochu
was out with injury that year in the semis. He got hurt. I remember that, and you guys took advantage and brought it to London. And even in the Mem Cup, it's tricky. It's completely different than the rest of the playoffs. I don't know if I'm a fan of it or not. Like, do you have an opinion on that? Do you like the tournament style? Would you rather it be a series? You know, have like a
I think series all the way through would be
maybe
awesome.
2 teams from OHL go or host team. You know what I'm saying? In a semifinal and just
I especially like you see a lot of host teams like they'll build like a team just for a tournament. So it's like a team that you need to win 3 games with and not like a playoff series. We went in there and every team was a wagon. It was like we were
especially that
we were a wagon. Kamloops was a wagon. Quebec was a wagon, and Seattle was like a huge wagon as well. Like Gunther,
the
Allen,
Thunderbirds were
a bunch of guys.
that whole team was stacked.
But no, it was pretty cool. We were the only team that beat Quebec, the team that won it. It was. I mean, you couldn't have asked for any better team in that.
One of the things I love, I always ask guys, what's it like coming and playing against like Windsor because we know how some of the fans can be in Windsor once in a while. So what's it like coming in wearing the opposite shirt?
Yeah. For me, it was always like I found it like pretty cool. You know, because I'm fortunate to have like a lot of friends and family who support me. And my first return back to Windsor, there's probably close to 200 people, 250 people. So
That's awesome.
Came out for my hometown lap. And there, like everyone had like cutouts of my face along the glass and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, it's always like cool coming back here because I grew up watching the Spits and grew up cheering in that barn. So yeah, no, it's awesome. Obviously, it'd be pretty cool to wear a Spits uniform. But yeah, no, it's awesome either way.
Love it.
So after this playoff run, or I guess through the playoff run, when did you kind of get to start the feeling of teams have eyes on me, and it could be pretty early on? Like, obviously, leading up to the draft, it's probably pretty quiet when it comes to knowing where I'm going to go or when I'm going to go. You talk to your agent and stuff like that, but who were the teams that had eyes on you the most from your knowledge to that point?
Yeah. So it goes back to like my first year. Since I was a late birthday, you would always hear like the announcers be like, "Oh, like I've had so and so like from whichever team like come in and say like I heard it a few times like we draft like Konnor Smith this year if he was available, but I never really let it get in my head because that's the last thing you want to do is let it get in your head or make your ego too big.
Inflate,
and just kind of push it to the side, but I use it as like I know I'm doing something right. Keep it evolving, keep it growing. So I got my first. I actually got like a memory on my phone like 3 days ago, and it was 2 years ago to the day I got my first like email from a team. It was like the Minnesota Wild. So they were pretty interested. Anaheim Ducks were pretty interested as well, and then a few others is like Boston, Arizona. Yeah, there's
cold, warm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, no, and then I think Anaheim was the second team to reach out to me. And then yeah, no, it was in the draft. I didn't know really where. Like I was told like late 4th, early 5th. But I was told also like it could go either way. You never know. And like the 2023 draft class was pretty stacked, like all the way through. So like there were guys who were projected 2nd round who went 4th round. Guys who were projected 6th round who went 4th round. Like so it was like all over the board really. But then I was told like it wouldn't hurt to go down to Nashville where the draft was at. Because we're pretty confident, like me and my agent, that I was going to get picked. But even if I didn't, it's just a good experience to go down there.
Yeah, of course.
If you don't get picked, use it as fuel for the next year. So, yeah, and it was like a full circle moment because, like I said, it went down to Nashville during COVID. And like we have a close family friend, and like they hosted us for the draft as well. Went down there, and then we all attended Nashville and ended up getting picked. First pick in the 4th round, 97th overall by Anaheim. So it was a great day. I'll never forget. So yeah.
And then it's like, yes, warm place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, who would have thought going to California to play hockey? Like
I know. And then now too, the dress code now. There's no. You can walk in like this in flip flops if you want to now. I don't. But okay. So how do you feel on that? Like, do you think it should be suits and tie, or do you think let the guys kind of express themselves through their fashion? It's hard.
Yeah. See, I'm like a suit guy. I don't care about the tie though. If you don't wear a tie, like
whatever.
Like as long as they're wearing suit jacket, button-up shirt, and like dress pants. The thing I find crazy is when like guys have like a full-on suit, they're wearing like Air Force Ones.
Oh, that bugs me so much.
Does it?
Okay, well, I got another question. Now we're getting into fashion, but
it's all good.
Are you a socks guy or no socks guy?
I used to be a socks guy. Now I'm a no-show sock guy.
Okay.
You'll never catch me barefoot in a shoe, though.
Good. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. That's one thing I can't stand, and neither can my dad, because my dad's afraid into dressing
sharp. Are we talking like in your shoes, like no socks?
Like I can't stand the guys who wear, they wear really high cuffed ankle, like dress pants, and it's like, what are you doing? And then they got no socks on, and they're wearing loafers, and it's like,
There
know,
weren't
you
floods
gotta-
at that point.
Yeah.
No socks and a dress shoe though. Wouldn't that
They
like
do
get
that.
all
They do
like
that.
you're a serial
It's-
killer
it's
if you
just
do
all-
that?
A lot of guys do.
Yeah, a lot of guys do
Yeah,
it.
a lot
And
of guys.
Wouldn't
it's
that
just, it
stink
wrecks the
too
whole
after
look.
a while?
Oh yeah.
But like, just coming back to what we were talking on, like, what goes through your head when you hear your name called? Like, was it like kind of a calm, like, relief? Like, yeah, I knew this was coming, or was it like, oh my gosh, like, holy crap, I just got drafted to the NHL?
Yeah. So there's a kind of a crazy story. So in between every round, there was like a 5-minute period for people to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was down in Nashville with me, my brother, my mom, my dad, my papa, my cousin, and my agent. And then like our family friends like from Nashville sat like in a different section. But yeah, so it was like all of us together. And so like end of the third comes around and there was we were expecting like the washroom break. So my brother, my agent, and my cousin, they're like, okay, like we're gonna go to the bathroom, like we'll be back. My mom's like, okay, I'm gonna come too. She starts to get up and she goes, no, I'm gonna sit back down because we know Anaheim's like interested.
Yeah.
And there's like a few other teams who are about to pick who have shown interest. And she's like, I wouldn't want to miss it. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather wait and then just maybe see what happens. And so like they go upstairs and they start to announce, oh, like Anaheim, you're on the clock. We're like, oh, there's no break.
Yeah.
they're getting right into it now. So like my mom sits back down and right as she's sitting down, they're like, and from the Peterborough Pete's, Konnor Smith. And like as soon as she sat down, like they said it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So she gets right back up, give my dad a hug, give my mom a hug, give my papa a hug, and then now I'm like kind of waiting. Like,
Yeah. Where is everybody?
to see it. They're coming down. So I like stand at the stairs. There's like an awkward like 6, 7, 8 seconds I stand there and I'm looking up. Nobody's coming down. So I can't just stand here.
Like
So I go-
whatever. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go downstairs, like to the table, meet everybody, get my jersey, and then like I'm walking back, and I see my brother like walking down the stairs, and like he's throwing his hands up in the air, like you could tell like he was livid, like yeah. He's like so like I found out like there was a few like words said, but he's like, oh, like I only came here just to see Konnor get drafted. I didn't even see him get drafted.
Yeah.
So now he's flipping out. My cousin's like, oh, this is brutal. Like, came down here and we missed like the whole thing. And my agent's like just laughing because you can't believe it, right?
Yeah.
And then so I'm walking by to go do like interviews, but I'm walking down like by where like I walk down. So like I wave them down, like, oh, like come give me a hug, like yeah, like you're not just gonna stand.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they walk down. So they were the first ones to hug me when like, I had my jersey. But yeah, I know it was like crazy story. 'Cause like my brother, like he had no interest in Nashville, like doing anything down there, but just seeing me like maybe get drafted. And
It's like all the
That's
road
what I said.
hockey I played and everything, and then he misses it.
yeah,
That's
so,
hilarious.
yeah.
So what's it like when you go? So went from where was your last OHL team? What one was it?
Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you went from there up into the A, like how was that jump? Like was it much of a jump or was it like drastic difference?
Yeah. So I was called up twice. So
Okay.
this last season I was called up at the end, but the season before when I was in Owen Sound, also got called up. So the first time I got called up, I got 6 games, and that jump was pretty big. Like,
Because you got to figure speed, size.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, it was a big jump, and like you get in there, your first game, like you're just running off adrenaline. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
'cause
know
you're-
what's
you're
going
so
on.
fired
You're in the
up,
zone,
yeah.
like, yeah.
So I get my first game, we're losing 4-0.
Oh.
And like I'm trying to hang in there, like it's fast, and then somehow get my first career goal. Like,
Come on.
yeah.
Versus
I watched
who?
that the other day.
Versus who?
Tucson.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
On emo night. So we
Come
had like emo jerseys. yeah. But yeah, no, it was a broken play. One of our forwards like laid a hit on like their D man, and like their D man lost their helmet, so they had to change. And then like it was like a 3-on-1. I jump up as like the fourth guy,
Like,
goes
screw
through and just tap it in. But yeah, no, that first jump up was pretty tough, and then played 6 games, and then this last year getting called up, you know what to expect. So you go in there a little bit more confident. You go in there more poised, obviously, and you know what to expect at that point. So my second time around, I got 3 games because at the very end, and felt a lot more confident. Felt comfortable out there. So just the first jump up's pretty tough, but after that you get used to it. So.
Have you fought up there yet?
No,
No,
not yet.
not
No.
yet. He says.
Yeah, but I had 2 preseason games with Anaheim, at the start of this season, and in the LA game, dropped the gloves twice. Both
with who?
So Jacob Doty.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
he's a known
probably
tough guy.
a top 3 tough guy in the A.
Yeah, you're just like, let's
And-
go.
Yeah. Well, so I hit Francesco Pinelli open ice.
Yeah.
And it's first period, and I'm like, okay, big hit, feeling great. I get a push on my shoulder. I look over, I'm like, oh, it's the toughest guy.
You're like, oh,
exactly.
okay, let's go. Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm not one to shy away from anybody. So right away, I'm like, all right,
Yeah, let's go.
drop the gloves and go to get squared up. Refs get in immediately. Break it
Wow.
up.
Oh, you got to go right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that happened. Then second period, the guy I work out with actually, in the summer, Jack Sadnika. He's coming down the boards. He kind of cuts the boards. I give him a little cross check on the pants. He falls into the boards, looks kind of bad. I get 2 minutes for cross checking, but all I see is gloves go flying at the far blue. I'm at the goal line.
Yeah.
I see gloves go flying. I'm like, all right,
boy.
so I'm dropping my gloves. This guy's darting in. Linesman comes and grabs me from the side, pushes me out of the way. I'm
Yeah, and you're like, get out of the way,
just
just.
let me showcase my game. But I guess it wasn't meant to be. But it's I'll be interested to see when and how my first one goes. But
I think you'll be okay.
yeah.
So who's the best, I guess, knowing that you've played those preseason games too, what's the best player you've ever been on the ice with that you would say you've played against?
Maybe Kopitar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Makes sense.
so it was that same game, and my dad and mom, I think, were out there, but somebody was watching at home, and then they had the camera on Kopitar, and they go, oh, Anze Kopitar entering his 19th season in the NHL. I'm 19 years old.
Yeah.
I've only been alive for 19 years old, and this guy's been playing for 19 years in the end, but in the national. But no, that was a crazy moment when you realize
Are you on the ice? If he gets the puck, are you hitting him? Or are you kind of because those are the type of guys if you hit a guy like that, it's probably gonna cause a brawl.
Yeah.
If,
and I feel there's that unwritten rule in preseason.
Yeah.
Especially with I guess the veterans or older guys. There's always respect in the game.
Yeah, of course.
But I feel especially for those older guys who might be entering their last couple seasons.
Yeah.
So you don't you play them hard, but you don't play dirty.
Right.
You can get dirty with the younger guys. And stuff
Exactly,
like that.
because they're on your level, right?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
trying to prove the
Yeah.
same thing, but
Yeah.
if you drill a future Hall of Famer, people are going to be like,
yeah, what's this guy doing?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, everybody would know who you are.
Yeah, you get people talking about you, but I mean, my brother always says his go-to is all publicity is good publicity. So
I mean,
oh, there you go.
I mean, take that for what you will, but
Yeah, no, for sure. And
yeah.
so we kind of jumped over it a little bit, but I want to talk about the experience as being a captain in the OHL and how that has kind of maybe altered your game. Has leadership been a big part of your game, or was that something that once you were thrust into that role, now you kind of have that as a part of your game?
Yeah, I'd say when I was younger, especially in minor hockey, wouldn't have been a captain, really, just because I was such a shy kid.
Right.
Never really spoke up. I was just kind of the kid that just sat there. But like I said, back to my first trainer, Mahari, he really instilled that that mindset, just being like that top dog mentality, and don't care who anybody is, you're there to do your work. Then my first year in Peterborough, my first captain was Sean Spearing. He's a great guy, especially in our second year. He's gone through more than the average 20-year-old should go
Right.
through. And like that second season, especially for him, it was just like it just showed like his true character of like what a leader is and stuff like that. So I learned from him, and like he was like a big role model in that aspect. And yeah, I mean, I've played with like a few captains, like I said, Donovan McCoy, like the first rounder, like in Peterborough, like me and him were good buddies. Like he was the captain after Sean, and then another good buddies of mine is like Jonathan Millie.
Yeah.
He was the captain in Peterborough after like Donovan left as well. So I mean, a lot of the guys in Peterborough were just natural leaders, even based off like that run, that championship run. But yeah, honestly, I would have thought like I would have got the captaincy like after being in Owen Sound for 20 games.
Yeah.
No, but just I feel like it's the way I carry myself, like as a person, as a player. I take like everything very seriously, from my off ice to my on ice, and yeah, we got new coaches in Owen Sound at the start of this year, and clicked with them instantly, and like I was like first one to greet them. I mean, it was Scott Ray. It was his first time like as a head coach in the OHL, and you know, it was we developed that rapport right away, and then went away to camp, and they waited to see what happened with me at NHL camp, and then I came back, and they said, Smitty, like, we want you to be our captain. Like, we're gonna name you captain, and you're gonna choose like the assistant captains. So I chose the assistants, and yeah, it was a great experience being captain. It sucks that it was only for 8 games,
Right.
like, as a player, but in the room, I still felt like I was the leader, like off ice, even though I had a cast for 3 months, and
Right.
then, up until I got traded, I was like, I always show up to the ring with a positive mindset. Like, there's no reason to be down, and like, why not be that guy who brings the light in the room? So, yeah, and then yeah, that's the story there.
Did you say you had a cast?
Yeah.
Where?
So I got hit from behind.
Oh,
Woody, actually, from here.
real?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Carson.
Woody.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Oh, no.
Woody, give me a little shot from behind, like a little cross check. It's a hockey player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So went to the boards weird, jammed my thumb, and I thought it was just like a bad jam. So I get up, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fight this guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting ready to like drop my gloves, and then like everyone already like went after him.
Yeah.
But like there was something in my mind. I was like, something might not be right. Like,
Yeah.
because like I have I'd say like a really high pain tolerance, and I was like something
It's
might
not
be
feeling
wrong,
too hot,
but
yeah.
like I'm like
I'm gonna go to
That's
bed.
what it
Yeah.
is.
it's a bad like sprain. So I go back to the bench. Like I have the trainer look at it, and like he's pushing around on it, and come to find out like he's pushing on like, so I had 3 bone fragments like in my thumb.
Oh.
Like he's pushing on these bone fragments, moving them around. Like I'm not reacting. Oh, sorry, I'm not reacting. And like you said, most people like would have been like
Screaming.
screaming and like
Yeah.
agonizing pain. And I'm like, oh, like just tape it up. And it was like the second shift of the game. It was like 17 minutes left in the first.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like tape it up. Like I'm going back out there, and like I couldn't even hold my hand open. Like that's how bad it hurt.
Yikes.
But I just sucked it up. I'm like, oh, you know, like I'm gonna suck it up.
Yeah.
So played the rest of the game. Felt like I couldn't really do anything out there, so I would just get it like shovel the pass. And luckily I didn't really give much up, but yeah. And then after that, like showed the doctor, and like the doctor's like, oh, like I was like, oh, if you had to put money on it, you think it'd be broken? He goes, no, I think it's just like a bad bruise, like bad sprain, especially like with the way you're dealing with it, like doesn't seem like it bothers you that much. So he's like, oh, like we'll monitor it for like the next few days, see what happens. So the next day we had a day off, and me and like some of the older guys playing like a little spa day to like Blue Mountain. So we go to Blue Mountain, and like getting like the cold tubs, hot tubs, saunas, whatever. Like I see like the inside of my like thumb is like huge and like purple, like already. I'm like, oh,
This isn't good.
Yeah.
that's
that's
not
not
good.
good.
Yeah.
So I sent a picture to my trainer. He's like, oh, like we're getting that checked out like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we did check. Like I come in, and he's pushing around like on the fragments again. He's like, oh, like
You're just
doesn't
sitting there
seem
like,
he's
oh.
broken. Yeah,
Right.
like, I'm just sitting there like, whatever. So I go, can I practice? He's like, I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, for sure.
So I go out there, I'm practicing. And it was actually like just power skating. So it wasn't even like shooting. It was just like stick handling with the puck and doing power skating. And 5 minutes left. Opens the door. Smitty, come here.
Oh, no.
Right then and there, I knew it was bad. He's
Yeah.
like, why else would you take me off? 5 minutes left in a power skating practice.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls me off. He's like, I don't have great news. I'm like, oh, like, what is it? He's like, because I went and got x-rays.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you're going to be out for like 8 to 10 weeks, maybe 12 weeks, depending on like how it heals.
You're like,
I'm like,
what? Yeah.
He's like, oh, and like you have immediate surgery like tomorrow, like emergency surgery tomorrow. I'm like, really?
Yikes.
He's like, yeah, like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but like, you're getting surgery tomorrow. So went in and got surgery. Had like 3 pins like in here. I don't have them like in here anymore. They're like the ones that stick out.
Yeah.
But yeah, had those in there had the cast on for 6 weeks and the pins in for 6 weeks. Took that cast off, took the pins out, cast on for another like 4 weeks or whatever it was. And that took me right until I got traded. So yeah.
You were in a cast longer than I was.
Really?
I was in March, crashed into the boards at hockey, broke my leg, tib, fib.
Really? Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
we're talking
Snapped her.
sideways foot and
Yeah.
everything, man. Yeah.
Wow.
And a beer league. My wife was so happy. Yeah. But it was like, yeah, that was probably the worst one I've ever done. So is that the like worst one you've done, or like what else have you done?
Up until then, I was fortunate to not have any injuries, no concussions, all that.
Teeth are all still real.
Teeth are all still real.
There you
yeah.
go. That's a
So,
good sign.
got 'em all. Yeah, but no, like up to then, like my worst injury is, I don't know, like maybe a blister on my hand from
Yeah.
from
Shooting
like,
too
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's tricky with those small joints, right?
Yeah.
Like they're so intricate, and I didn't realize that it was like an invasive surgery though at first, because
Yeah.
I think during that time that you were off, I saw you at a Vipers game.
Yeah.
I didn't go up and say hi, but I remember seeing you and be like,
Yeah.
oh, that everyone was kind of like, oh, that's Konnor Smith. And I remember you had your cast on,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, that doesn't look too good. I hope he
No.
gets to go, because I remember you had just been named captain, and we saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And, you know, a local guy, captain of Owen Sound, we're like, that's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
But I remember you come back, and then you rip a hat trick. Talk about that.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, like we were saying at the start, you're like, oh, you're getting like, you look me up, highlights, hit, fight. And yeah, so like at the start of this year, I was given an AHL contract, and I turned it down. I thought going back to junior was my best choice to do, and came back, got a hat trick at the start of the year.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was kind of like a burger hat trick. Like it was a shot from the point, tips off like one of their players in the net. Second one was actually like a pretty good shot, like get it in the slot, boom. And then third one was like backhand sauce, empty netter.
Why?
So it's like it's a D-man hat trick.
Yeah, whatever.
And yeah, so like in Owen Sound, I was 8 points in 8 games before I got injured, and then never been even close to a point per game in my life, like in my OHL career. I think it was maybe the best was like 0.3 points a game or something like that. Like, yeah. But then, go ahead.
No, I was just laughing.
Yeah. And then come back from my injury, then go to Brampton, loaded team, and like I'm struggling. Like a lot of it had to do with like my hand at the start.
Yeah.
Just subconsciously, like you're so like careful about it.
Yeah.
And then like it was about a month in, like that's when I started to play like how it was
Yeah.
like
You
at the
pick
start
it
of the
up,
year. And there was like a span like towards the end of the season. I was like the last 3 weeks, I was like 11 points in 3 games or like something like that. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, something, like,
Popping
yeah.
off.
And then it was my last game against Peterborough. Full circle.
Yeah.
roll, like,
Apropos,
yeah.
yeah, and had a 5-point game.
Whoa.
Three goals, and like they're all like
This guy.
actual goals.
Like snipes?
yeah,
Yeah.
actual snipes.
I
I'm like,
remember watching him like,
yeah,
who's this shutdown D-man, you know, from Windsor.
yeah.
All of a sudden, last game going into playoffs.
Just rip
yeah,
and
like,
roll.
oh yeah, shut down D man. Like, I'm lucky to get a secondary assist. Like, yeah. And then like ended up getting like a 5-point night, tied the point record
awesome.
for D man like in Mississauga or Brampton, and I I was like I don't even celebrate when I score.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I got the hat trick. I didn't even celebrate. I'm like, I just,
No big deal?
I laughed about it. I'm like, there's no way I should be getting a hat trick.
Like, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
let alone
5-point
a
game.
5-point night.
Staring at your
But,
stick, like,
yeah.
what's going on with this thing?
Kill Makar the O.
Well, starts with this. So first 2 shifts. First shift, come around the net, fan on a breakout pass.
Oh.
Pizza like
right up the middle.
almost like, well, it was up to the wall.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Forward picks it off, sends it to the middle. Guy coming like walks down off the post. I'm like, oof. Not a good,
I'm back.
Not a good start. Yeah. And so I'm like, I come back to the bench. I'm mad, whatever. But I let it go. Forget about it. So I'm like, all right. New shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
straight
out there. Get the pass. Go to make cross ice pass. Fan on it again. Pizza right up the middle that time. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, and me and the coach in Brampton had like a good rapport. So like, I come off to the bench and like, what can I do but laugh? About
Yeah.
it? Like,
straight. You're like, come on.
I'm like, coach, like,
Third time's a charm.
I'm so sorry. Like, yeah, I'm like, I'm so like, what can I say? Like, I know I
Yeah.
messed up. Like, yeah. And he comes down and like, they didn't score on it, so like,
Yeah.
kind of laugh about it. He's like, oh, like, Smitty, just like bear down. So I'm like, all right. Tell like the equipment guy, pass me my other stick.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay. So I come around. First shift of that stick, goal.
Oh, okay.
I come back to the bench and like JR, like the head coach, he's like, Smitty, did you change that stick? I was like, yep. He goes, keep it that way. And then like, yeah, I ended up getting the hat trick and 2-point night. But like, if you saw my first 2 shifts that game, you probably think I was the worst D-man on the ice. So I was like,
Shoot that stick to the moon, that
yeah,
one.
exactly.
Burn it.
But
Oh, that's hilarious. Though.
yeah.
2 pizzas.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Back-to-back shifts too.
That's
like,
funny.
Yeah, and the coach.
Yeah.
So I did want to ask, and with this, limit what you can say as much as you can. I understand there's different stuff you can and can't say,
Yeah.
but we're all about the fun stories here. Talk about what goes into you signing your first pro contract after that season finishes. Just what you can.
Yeah. Crazy experience. It was about 9 days into my off season, and I didn't really hear much.
Right.
So, I don't know what's happening, and I'm on the ice with like my buddy from here. Like he runs like Summit Hockey, Carter Gillen.
Mm-hmm.
Like he runs a hockey clinic here, and like I help out with it. And we were filming some videos. I get off the ice. That's like probably 6:30. 2 missed calls from my dad. I'm like, oh, like, what's going on? So my dad works off duty at the Spitz game. So I call him back. I go, hey dad, like what's up? And he's like, oh, like Mike Sableton, like which is the assistant GM for Anaheim. Like he's here. Like I ran into him. Like he wants to talk to you. I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna go home, get some food, shower, show up when I show up. So I get there halfway through the second period, and like I sit down with him. Chat's going and like it's going great.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, how do you think your season went? Like, oh, like I thought it was pretty good. Like other than my injury, like I felt like I found my footing, like especially that last month of the season. And I was like, oh, like is my game going in the right direction?
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, well, I think so.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, like that's all I've been hearing. He was like where are we at with you? I'm like, oh, like I honestly don't know. Like I haven't really heard much. He goes, oh, okay. So yeah, it was woke up the next morning to him calling me. He's like, oh, like we tried to reach out to your agent, but like the calls haven't gone through, whatever.
Oh.
So I call my agent. I'm like, oh, like what's happening? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, oh, like they haven't called, like haven't gotten anything. And yeah, turns out, so I let Mike know, and he's like, oh, like tell him to call Jeff, which is like the other assistant GM that deals with the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And my agent calls him, ended up being the wrong, like he had the wrong number. So like they tried to reach out, and nobody was answering, but they didn't even have like my agent's like real number.
Oh.
But yeah, like it was after that call, it was like 18 hours later, I was signed on the plane to San Diego. So
That's awesome.
yeah, no, it was a
What a
roller
story.
coaster. I mean, like,
Well, yeah,
like the whole
because
season, like start off great, get injured, don't know what's happening, and then end off pretty strong.
Yeah.
And it's
the
awesome.
whole season was
Sign
roller
a pro
coaster.
deal.
it's good that they've got
Yeah.
different people, like a chain of command to go through that knows, okay, we want to
Yeah,
there's always communication.
Yeah.
And that's good that you had that because things can go sideways quick, right? Like you
Exactly.
think back in the day how easy it was for guys to just miss out on contracts because simple miscommunication. But at least here you are with a team, that genuinely wanted you. Were like, okay, we're going to reach out and get to this kid as much as we can. And then here we are, signed to an entry-level deal with the Anaheim Ducks. So next year, what's the outlook for you? Have you been told that there's a potential call-up basis, or is it you plan on playing full season with San Diego?
Yeah. So naturally, usually with D-man, especially like shutdown D-man, they prefer you to like develop before you step in. Because like I've been told like you can hide a forward in the lineup, you can't hide a D-man.
Right.
Like a forward, it's your first game or you get called up, your first year, whatever. You can make a mistake.
Yeah.
You got other guys to back you up.
Yeah, there's 11 other dudes out there.
Yeah.
You can get sat.
As a
No big
first-year
deal.
D-man, you going back for a puck by yourself. Say you got Kachuk coming back, like
Oh, I know.
like you're
Yeah.
you make one mistake, it's exposed. It's in the back of your net. So like it's so easy to get exposed as a D-man, or you got McDavid coming down on you one-on-one.
Oh,
Yeah. Quick stick lift and it's in the back of your net.
Yeah.
One's a forward really gonna see a one-on-one with McDavid, right?
Yeah.
So, it's D-men, especially like shutdown D-men, they take longer to develop. Just they want you to get used to pro hockey first and then make that jump up. But from what I've been told, like whether it's 1-2 years, whatever it is in San Diego, like I'm not worried about getting called up as soon as I can. It's just I've been told once I get called up, ideally like they want me to stay up. So if that's in my third year, like halfway through the third year, whatever it is, and I get that call up, ideally I want to take it and run with it and stay up, right?
Yeah,
So,
use that opportunity.
I mean, you want to do it as soon as you can, obviously, but also you want to do it when the time is right. You don't want to rush it. So
and I'm sure they want to make that right decision too,
Yeah.
because you see prospects all the time rushed and it doesn't work out. But
oh
with such a position as a tall shutdown defenseman, you want it to be the right player. Like it's funny because you would think, wouldn't those be the most replaceable guys, but they're not.
No.
Because those are the ones, like you said, those one-on-ones matter. The two-on-ones, odd man rushes, having that decision making is paramount to you keeping that puck out of your net.
Yeah.
Goaltending, that whatever, they're the guy who stops the puck, but you're the one who makes those decisions on where the shot's coming from, if the shot even gets there, stuff like that. So
that squad there too, man, they're going to be nice by the time you
man,
go up Anaheim. Like they got, and there's lots of
building away.
opportunity there as well, But like what I like about them is they completely flipped, and they're so young.
Yeah.
Like, and speed kills nowadays
They
in
embrace
the
it,
league,
too.
right?
It's not like they're like they're pretending. Or
no,
like,
they're not afraid of
It's not like
using
they're-
the youth movement.
Yeah.
It's not like
I
they're
like that.
half in. Like they fully accepted it. We're rebuilding.
That's
Like,
the long way to do it. And
Yeah.
that's the right way to do. Like people rag on Detroit for that.
Yeah.
With this whole it's been so many years that
Yeah.
you can't rush these things.
Yeah.
And when you want, they're cut from the same cloth. Stevie Y and Pat Verbeek, right?
Yeah.
Two smart guys. They know how to win in their playing days, so now they're going to do it the right way, build from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And actually, talk about that a little bit. What's your experience been with Pat through meeting him, and your opinion on him as a GM?
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on like what you just said about the the cups or like going forward, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you see, like obviously you want to win a cup like as a team or like an organization.
Yeah.
But what you really want to build is like a dynasty, like a dynasty team. And the team close to that right now is Florida. I mean, if they win one or two more cups, I mean they're
set. Yeah.
they're in consideration for a dynasty. And like I know Anaheim just doesn't want to win one cup; they want to win multiple. They want to win back to back. Like they got a vision in place. So all of California, even like you see, LA is going young or younger, and then San Jose is really young.
Yeah.
And obviously Anaheim, but that West Coast is going to be stacked in a
Pacific Division is going to get a little bit
Oh,
tighter in a couple
yeah.
years.
in
Oh, man.
5 to 7 years for sure. So, but no, like, back to your question with Pat. Pat's been great. I mean, they called him back in the day "Little Ball of Hate," but no, he's been great. I mean, you see him around, and he's always doing his business. He's busy for sure, and he's not looking short term. He's looking long term. So, with the conversations I've had with him, he's been great. With the pointers he's had for me and what the vision is going into the future. So yeah,
it's terrific.
Mm-hmm. And I got the AHL thing in here too, so we can like watch his games too.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's what I actually was going to talk about. I went back and watched. I forget which game it was.
Flow Sports, baby.
I did watch one of your. I watched a full San Diego game though the other day, and with you actually, they were playing.
Yeah.
This would have been 2 months ago, and you were playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I saw, and I remember saying to Ant, "Hey, that guy's from Windsor."
Yeah.
So as you like to say, full circle moment. Here we
Yeah.
are. We got you sitting between us. And while you're here, this is something we had discussed, and this is how I come to meet Konnor. But we met through our mutual church at Parkwood in Windsor, and I want you to talk a little bit about how your growth in your faith life with Christ, and just how you come to know Christ, and what it's done for you in the world of hockey.
Yeah. We had a great chat about it when we met, but it was right about like last month of the season this year, and I didn't go through any specific thing. It was just I felt like something was maybe missing in my life, and looking back at it now, like my views on life, on basically everything, it was Christian views, and I didn't really know it at the time, and I was brought up to like my parents will support me no matter what, like whatever I do, and they allowed like us to make our own decision about like our faith and stuff like that. So I opened, it was like a month left in the season, and started to like take an interest in it, and it just the more and more I searched, the more and more I felt gravitated towards it. So I opened up to my mom and my dad, saying like it's something I wanted to explore, and they're like, "Oh, like we fully support you about that. Like we're happy for you and stuff like that." And one of my buddies is like Jacob Chikrin, and it was right at the time he came out with like the hockey ministries, like posted his interview about him and like his faith journey this year, and I just found it crazy how like when I'm starting to find my faith, like he found his, and like it started to come out that he really resorted like to that throughout the season, and it helped him. And I mean, with the journey I've been on, it's been a great one, and like I haven't been happier in my life. So I started going to Parkwood with like my cousin, my uncle, and the first day I was holding back tears. Like I'm not like an emotional guy, and I never really understood when people said like they had that feeling of God or Jesus, and I was like how do you just get that feeling? And like that first day at Parkwood, like I was like, wow, like I understand now.
Yeah.
So ever since then I've been going every Sunday. I've been going to like the young adults, and just finding like my faith even more, and just learning about God and like my Lord and Savior, right? So Jake's been a great mentor. Like we chatted about it, and Nick Robertson's another guy I chatted with. He played in Peterborough before me, but we connected. We went out for breakfast down here, and he actually came to Parkwood once.
That's awesome.
So we went there, and it's just you're gonna see a lot more guys in hockey, especially come forward with their faith, and I know like in basketball, football, a lot more guys are public about it. But in hockey, you're starting to see now a big shift in guys coming forward with it, and there's a lot of chapel things with teams, and I've had it in all three teams I've played with, Peterborough, Brampton, and Owen Sound, and it's awesome, and I can be more grateful for it.
I always find with me, because I just started too not very long ago, and I find that it gives me like a sense of just calm.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't like because for a little while there it got a little like chaos for me, but it was like it just like leveled me out. Yeah. And I find that that's one of the things too. And I used to on this show be swearing like a trucker, this and that, like, you know what I mean? I've tried to like reel all that in and stuff like that, be a little more respectful, shall we say, and stuff like that. But I find that that's really helped too. So, and it just, like I said, I leave there and it's just clear headed.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I like about it.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's that calmness comes from knowing that there's something greater in the works. You know,
Yeah.
it's not just you against the world.
Yeah.
It's you living in the world, sure, but there is a Lord and Savior who wants to know you, and He knew you since you were born. And like I said, this is an open podcast. Feel free to believe whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can disagree with us wholeheartedly, and we understand that, and we respect your opinion for that because you're human just like us. But just as us three young men will say, and I'll include you in that.
Wink, wink, eh?
But no, there is a culture shift in hockey.
Yeah.
And it can go right now. It can go for the better or for the worse. And I think what we're seeing now with guys, be more proactive in their faith is something that's going to be beneficial to the sport. Not just in the attitude towards the game is played, but everything that surrounds it. We were talking about some unfortunate truths, and it goes without saying, people know who are listening, stuff that comes out about hockey, and it's just this negative culture that surrounds it. And hopefully that paradigm starts to shift, and we can see something positive come from the sport, because the possibilities are limitless. We're just sharing how much, like you said, Ant, that calm and peace that comes with it. Yeah. And you mentioned the psychological aspect of hockey or any sport. That's a big part of playing professional sports is when you go home at night, what do you take with you? Are you going to go home and you're going to cry yourself to sleep because the stress is too much? Or are you going to sit there and, try and find something that's going to bring you solace when you're on the ice? Or you have those games where you go -5 and, you're getting ripped a new one by your development coach. Just stuff like that, but it's at the end of the day, using that as healthy criticism and building forward and having that strength and going, what, my identity isn't rooted in the fact that I'm a hockey player, or it isn't identified in the fact that I'm going to make one day, $2-3 million a year for a contract or bonuses, stuff like that. It's you have a true identity, and it just comes from being the person you are and that name you wear on your jersey, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
One of the things I have to ask you though, so me and this guy are like, shooting the breeze online, and I'm like, listen, I got whatever in the fridge to drink. I'm like, you want a pop? Or pop. If you want to have a beer, you can have a beer, like whatever you want. I got here. He goes, no. So this so we get this water, okay, glass bottle, and where's it from?
Italy.
Okay, so what is it with this water?
Yeah. So I got a water guy in Toronto, but
you have your own water boy.
Yeah. So I'm big in like the health kick, and just back to like where I got into my faith. Like a lot of the health and wellness guys I follow on Instagram are Christian and like in their faith, and so that's where I learned a lot as well. But yeah, back to this. It's the microplastics and like a plastic like spoon.
Yeah.
They're finding like anywhere from like 1 to 10 like plastic spoons worth of plastic in like people's bodies.
Oh man.
And it's crazy and like almost impossible to get it out.
Yeah.
And
just get that out of there.
But so like I'm like cutting out my microplastics and stuff like that, and then next thing I'm gonna do is like my clothing. So like this is like 100% cotton.
Yeah.
I'm like stepping away from like the polyester stuff, and
I'm gonna be next thing you know, I'm gonna be nude on here.
It's once you get down that
the rabbit hole.
That rabbit hole, like
stuff gets pretty sketchy. You're like, oh.
And I mean, there's a lot of stuff like a lot of your food companies are investing in Medicare or medical care and like the pharmacy business, and because it comes full circle. If the food you're eating is making you sick, you're gonna spend money on your medical stuff.
And it's a very real thing that people need to sit there and think for themselves. And it's not just like some people might sit and listen to this and go, oh, that's propaganda. Yeah, but guess what? You're buying into what they expect you to think. Just don't challenge the status quo and just live your life as another person. But it's good that now, in a way, even though people are kind of taking advantage of it, where they say, oh, you can be a free thinker, think for yourself. That can go two ways. But I think you're using it for the positive, where you think, you know what, it's not going to hurt me if I do this, regardless of it, whether it's true or not, whether people who are listening think it's true or not. You're still going to be healthier because of it.
Yeah.
End of the day.
Yeah.
So.
And like, I know it's like maybe like a corny saying, but like my go-to thing is like health as well. And like,
Yeah.
So like I don't drink, I don't party, like it's never been my thing. And like if guys are gonna spend $100 a weekend on drinks and stuff like that, like I got no issue spending $500 on a glass bottle of water to last me 4 or 5 months. So it's that's my little thing. And don't even get me started on like the Whole Foods. So, a whole other thing like
We could
that.
be here all day.
Yeah.
Showing that I'm going to be going inside, clearing out my cupboards.
Or the Cetos is another big one. Like those are like the two ones I'd say is like microplastics and like seed oils. So like the food I cook, it's always in like grass-fed beef tallow or like, grass-fed ghee, which is like clarified butter, or like grass-fed butter, and then avocado oil. And then I won't cook in extra virgin olive oil, but like I'll use that like on dressings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like the vegetable oils, canola oil, stuff like
And
that.
have you noticed
cool.
a translation to your performance or your health in general?
Oh,
Like, do you feel more energetic?
100%.
Do you feel
Yeah. And like I know I'm not the leanest guy in the world, you know, like 8-pack and veins popping out all over, but like internally, so I used to have like knee pain, like joint pain. And like as soon as I like cut out the seed oils and like started eating like a whole food diet, like that went away. And then I have psoriasis also, which is like a genetic like skin condition, which it's like I just like dry skin. And I always found it was like with stress and like my eating. And like the year we won like the championship, like my skin was like all like I had like red patches all over the place. And like ever since I cut out seed oils, like I haven't had psoriasis.
Just boom, gone.
It's been completely gone.
Interesting.
Which is like crazy to me because like like how can that one thing cause? But like
that would hurt
it causes
too.
inflammation. So
Under your stuff, all your gear rubbing on it and stuff. Like that would have to
for
hurt.
me it didn't itch or anything, which like I was fortunate. But I know like some people like their psoriasis or like eczema, like it itches and like cracks and like
and then if it cracks and you're sweating, it's burning.
Yeah,
like,
whenever you're, you are what you eat, and if you're consuming this stuff, it's only gonna heighten whatever condition you already have underlying.
Exactly.
So you just got to be smart with it. And actually, that's funny. We became like a health and wellness podcast. Right
I know.
No, that's good to hear that it's also improving your performance, and I hope it continues to do that. What do you do for workouts? Are you very much hockey oriented, or do you do a normal training regimen, or?
Yeah. So I train like daily in Plymouth, like the USA Hockey Arena over in Michigan. Like there's a great group of guys there, so it's like like the Hughes brothers, Caulfield, like the Brinkett.
Not a bad crowd to hang with.
Sounds like a horrible time.
So I train there like Monday to Friday, and like working out now is like a science. Like it's not like just lifting weights. It's like so now it's like there's this machine. It's called like a 1080, and it's like it costs like $100,000 American.
Wow.
And like so I haven't back squatted in 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's like I wear like basically like a skydiving harness, and throw that on. I'm connected to like a bunch of pulleys. I'm doing like workouts in that. It like takes the load off your back, stuff like that. It's like a lot more safe, and like you can target specific stuff. So you can do like eccentric loaded or like something like overloaded, or like on the way down there's more weight, more resistance, and like on the way up it gets fat. Like I said, it's a science at this point. It's crazy. So
It's wild.
Top of the line technology.
And all those guys on the ice too, it's got to help being out on the ice with them, because then you're kind of getting up to the speed, right? Because those guys are some of the best, especially those Hughes brothers. Like those guys are just a different breed. Yeah. And like seeing them on the ice too, it's got to just be like, you haven't got to play against Konnor yet, have you?
No.
McDavid? So are you kind of like, don't come down my side type deal the first time? Like how Because it's going to happen at some point in time. It's going to happen,
buddy. So.
And he has to come to you.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather, this might be a hot take, I'd rather him come down my side and I get walked attempting to stop him than hoping he steers clear of me. Because at least him coming down my side and burning me forces me to be better.
Right. Yeah, true.
You can look back at the film and go, what went wrong here?
Time, yeah. And it might be on a highlight reel.
That's what I was thinking.
But,
I'm
yeah. But in the end, for development, I think that would be the best thing.
Yeah.
Than, I hope he goes down the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't come down.
That's not the
unless it's a bad night for you, and then it's don't come down my side.
That's the reason the Anaheim Ducks draft you is because you're not that guy. Who's don't. You're the guy who says, all right,
I just wonder what it would be like a guy skating that fast and coming at you and you're no, but I mean, and you're skating backwards.
Yeah.
Too, as he's coming not
or
really
what if you
arguably.
get caught flat-footed.
And all it takes is
have fun being on Sportsnet for the next year.
Yeah,
one step with him. What he did to Morgan Riley in Toronto was
it was rough.
How he went kind of slow and then it was boom, and then he took 2 strides and he was 3 ahead of him. It was nuts.
It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else for him? I'm all set.
No, but I did just want to say thank you so much for coming on. What an absolute pleasure it's been. Not only to have someone who's young and successful, but also like-minded in faith and personality, and your top-of-the-line character. To be a captain in the OHL at the time 19 years old, that's no small feat. And now you're looking at a future in professional hockey. We wish you all the best here, man.
Yeah.
And we're going to be praying for you, and we're hoping for the best in your career. We're going to follow it along.
Yeah.
I'll be in touch with you.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get out and do some more stuff too, just outside of the hockey world, and we'll be in touch as a show, as a collective.
Man, for sure. That's a tough act to follow, Tristan. But yeah, man, seriously, good luck with everything. We know it's going to be nuts for you coming up here, especially this year and everything, going into kind of your first full pro season, right? So good luck, and hopefully we can, at one point have you back on. We'll do some updates with you and everything, see how everything's going, and I can't wait for that, buddy. So good luck.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you very much for this opportunity, and thanks for letting me be a part of this podcast. It was lots of fun, and it was an honor, and just talking, chatting with you guys is couldn't have asked for a better night.
I lost my fight with time. My numbers are